This we call it the controller, the computer controller. This is the power cable. You pull it till you feel it at the end. Then you connect it to a fridge guard. Don't connect it directly to the power because of power fluctuation. You come inside the machine. You open. This is what we call the setters. The setters is where you put the eggs from day 1 to day 18 for them to be turned. Then on day 19 you transfer them to the hatchery. The hatchery, they stay from day 19 to day 21. They start hatching day 21 to day 24. Down here there is what we call the water tray. Never switch on your machine without water. So always put this down here. You add water. You fill it with water. This is just a sample, so always fill the water until the top. Then you return it. Then now you can switch on your machine. When you switch on your machine, the light is on, but the machine is not on. So when you want to switch on the machine, you come here. It's called cutout. Take it up. The fan will run. And the light you can always switch it off. It doesn't have to be on all the time. When you hear the alarm, just press the down arrow to go silent. It means the sensors have been tempered with some temperature. That's why it's giving you the alarm. If you come here to the controller, there's the settings. There's the temperature and there's the humidity. This is what we set. The upper part is what is inside the machine. We get what is inside machine here. Just a minute. If you come below the machine, there is what we call the temperature sensors. This is the temperature sensor. This is the temperature humidity. A sensor for humidity. Make sure they are fixed where they go. The way they are fixed, they should be there. Don't cover this with anything, because if you do cover this, it will give you different settings. If you come here, you want to set the temperature. This is what we call set, up, down, and OK. You press set once. You come here to say 38, 37.8 and TT. TT means temperature. We want our temperature to be 38, so you go with the upper arrow. It will be 38. Then you say OK. It will automatically go to the humidity. Humidity, we want it to be at 60. If you find it below, let's say you find it 55, you always go with the upper arrow to 60. Then you say OK. So our temperature, the setting temperature will be 38.0 and 60. This one's when it's 60, it has a negative of 5 and a positive of 5. If you find it at 55, it's okay. If you find it at 65, it's okay. But if you find it at 40, always first make sure your water is added. If you find it reading 00, always check your sensors. It means they've been tampered. When it's the temperature, when it's 38, it also has a positive of 5 and a negative of 5. It will always go up to 38.5, 38.2 or 37.5. That one is okay. The setting should always be done once. Always avoid tampering with the controller, because it's like the motherboard of the incubator. So when the machine is on, the light should be off and the fan should be on. If this is on, the machine is on, but the fan is not on. If you look behind the setters, this is where there is the fan and the heat element. So if the fan is not on, the heat is not being circulated evenly. So always make sure the fan is on. When you're finishing doing your work, you switch off the fan and then you close the machine. If you want to start your incubation, I've given you a chart here. It's a hatching journal. There's the automatic schedule and there's the manual. Manual is for the small machine. The automatic schedule is what you'll be using. The incubator model is 264. Humidity settings you have put 60, but always make sure you add water. The temperature we have set 38. Handler name, you write your name, the breed, the type of bird you're incubating, the number of eggs, the ones you have incubating, you write. Before you start your incubation, I've written here, the incubator should run for 12 hours. These 12 hours, we call it the preparation. It's compulsory. Never put your eggs, water, and then you start your incubation. Let the machine run for 12 to 24 hours. 24 is also okay. And this preparation should be done at night. It should never be done during the day. The reason why we want it at night, so that the following morning you can start your day as a whole. So if you want to put your eggs tomorrow, you do the preparation today. That is, you put water, you set the temperature, then you switch on the machine. After 12 hours, you take your eggs. The eggs should always be not more than 7 days old, and they should be fertilized. Come here, if the setters are in a way that you cannot place your eggs, you can always come here, you use the upper arrow, you adjust there up to the level where you are able to put your eggs. So if it's going up, you release, then you press again so that it can pick the sense of going down. You press continuously. You see, it will be turning itself after every 2 hours. So this one will just want to be able to place your eggs. So you make sure it's in a level that you can add your eggs. You take your eggs, you can take something like a seat, then you start arranging your eggs. The reason why we prefer putting eggs like that, so that when you're returning the setter, when you're returning the setter, when it's filled with eggs, you may be able to break the eggs. So we prefer you just put the eggs when the setter is in the machine. The sharp one should always face down. Don't put an egg with a crack, because if you put an egg with a crack, when it gets the warmth, it will burst and it will spoil the other eggs. So you come and place all your eggs, the 264, and then you write here on the chart the candle, the date that you have started. If you started the 10th of February, you write, then you start counting your 21 days. It will turn from day 1 to day 18. Your work during these 2 weeks is just to add water. So every day you just come, you top up your water. This should be your daily task. You just come and check your water, because if there's no water, it will burn that humidity element, and you'll end up to stop the whole incubation, so that the humidity element can be replaced. So always make sure you top up water. Machine should not be open all the time. You can open the machine once or twice a day. But during day 19, I've written here, the eggs should be transferred to the hatchery. You switch off your machine completely. You leave the lights on, then you start transferring the eggs to the hatchery. Never leave your chicks to hatch here. You want the eggs to hatch on the hatchery. So you can remove, you place here. The egg here was standing, here it will lie flat. You arrange your eggs, all of them here, then you close, and then you switch on your machine. If it's day for adding water, make sure you top up your water, then you switch on the machine again. Then now we wait for the hatching to start. Hatching is from day 21 to day 24 or 25. The reason why we give it those more days, all chicks cannot be hatched the same day. The hatching periods, they differ. When a chick is hatched, she has to stay in the incubator for 24 hours. Don't assist a chick to come out of the shell. Just leave it there. After 24 hours, you remove it, you put them in a brooder. During the hatching period, you only recommended to open the machine twice. That is in the morning and in the evening. Because the more you open the machine, the more the eggs will become cold and the shell will not break. So avoid opening the machine from during day 21 to day 25. If you have a backup, in case of power failure, save it for the last few days, because the chicks cannot stay in the incubator for more than 4 hours without no power. So if you have a backup like a generator, a solar, always use it for from day 21 to day 24, because that's the most important days we need warm water. If the chicks have not hatched, don't throw the eggs. Break the eggs so that you can tell us what you found in the egg. I've given you some notes here. We call them troubleshooting. You look at the symptoms, the problem, then you correct yourself. After that, always make sure you clean the whole place here. Then you pour this water after every incubation, you put clean water, then you start another cycle of incubation. If you're not using the machine, you cover it and you cover it nicely so that it can stay for a long duration. If there's this alarm, always press the down arrow. This alarm only occurs when, especially if you have opened the door, if there was a power failure, immediately, because the sensors are reading different settings. So always press the down arrow and the alarm will go off. That's all. We wish you all the best.